All right, let's talk about the Windows calculator. For like ever, it's been that super basic tool you use for a quick sum and then immediately forget about, right? But what if I told you that hiding inside that same simple app is a seriously powerful upgrade? A secret tool that most people have absolutely no idea is even there. So on the left, you've got the calculator we all remember, just for basic arithmetic. But on the right, that's what it's become in Windows 11. See, Microsoft quietly gave this thing a massive upgrade. We're talking about a powerhouse that can actually give those pricey Texas Instruments calculators a real run for their money. It's an amazing tool for anyone who needs to see math, not just do it. So you might be wondering, how did this even happen? Well, it wasn't some accident. Microsoft did this on purpose. They added a whole bunch of new modes. Buried inside that app you've probably ignored for years are full-on scientific and programmer functions, and the real star of the show today, a full-featured graphing calculator. Okay, now for the fun part. Let's go find this thing. Seriously, you would never know it was there unless someone showed you where to look. It's hidden behind just one little menu click that completely transforms the app from a simple number cruncher into this awesome visualization tool. And it's so simple. First, just open your calculator app. Then you're going to click that little hamburger menu button up in the top left corner. A drop-down will appear. Just select graphing. And here's a really important tip. Resize the window. Drag it out until you can see the equation editor on one side and the graph on the other. Trust me, that side-by-side view is the best way to use it. All right, the tool's open. We're ready to go. Let's put it to work. We're going to start with a really simple classic equation, just to show you how quick and easy this is. We're about to turn some abstract numbers into a real visual line in just seconds. We'll use a simple quadratic equation. That's just any equation with a squared term that makes that classic U shape called a parabola. Let's try y equals x squared plus 2. You just type that right into the box on the right side and hit enter. And boom, just like that, the graph pops up on the left. No waiting, no compiling, just an instant picture of your equation. Now this is where it gets really cool. Just move your cursor along the line of the graph. You see that little box that follows you around showing the coordinates? That's what I'm talking about. You can see the exact x and y values for any point, in real time. It's perfect for finding specific things like where the line crosses the axis, when x is 0. It's such a great way to just get a feel for how a function works. So plotting one graph is cool and all, but that's just scratching the surface. The real power, the real magic, is that you can mess with the variables and see what happens instantly. This is what turns it from a simple drawing tool into a powerful learning tool. To show you what I mean, we're going to use one of the first equations pretty much everyone learns in algebra, y equals mx plus b. Yep, the classic equation for a straight line. Remember, m is the slope, how steep the line is, and b is where that line hits the vertical y-axis. So here's the question. What actually happens to our line when we change the m or the b? Now, on an old calculator, you'd have to retype the whole equation again and again just to see the difference. But with this, well, something pretty amazing happens instead. And here it is. This is the big aha moment. As soon as you type an equation with variables like m and b, the calculator automatically, and I mean automatically, creates these little interactive sliders for you. So now you can just drag the b slider and watch the whole line just glide up and down. Or play with the m slider and see the line pivot and change its angle right before your eyes. It's honestly the most intuitive way to understand what these variables are actually doing. Now, sometimes your graph might show up a little off-center, or maybe you're too zoomed in. That's no problem at all. You've got total control. You can use the plus and minus buttons to zoom, or just click and drag the graph around to center it. And for even more control, you can click the Graph Options button to set the exact viewing window, and even switch your units between degrees and radians. Okay, check out this other powerful feature. Right next to your equation, there's a little icon that says Analyze. Think of this button as your personal math expert. You click it, and the calculator instantly breaks down your graph and tells you all the important info, like the exact x and y intercepts. You don't have to go hunting for them yourself. It's brilliant. And believe it or not, we've still only scratched the surface. This graphing tool is packed with other features that make it a surprisingly solid piece of software. Let's do a quick fire tour of what else is hiding in here. It can handle all your trigonometry, sine, cosine, tangent, you name it. It can even graph inequalities, which is super cool because it shades the part of the graph that represents the answer. You can use absolute value, add and remove equations super easily, and get this. When you're all done, you can hit the Share button and send an image of your graph straight to an email or save it to OneNote. So next time you're trying to figure out an equation or visualize some data or maybe even help with homework, just remember, you don't need fancy, expensive software. You have a secret weapon for math built right into your PC, a tool that's not just for getting answers, but for really understanding them. The only question left is, what will you solve with it?